thank you so much for joining us on on this. And we're in your kitchen.
Yes.
This is your dream.
Yeah,
This is your dream.
this is the dream. Yeah, it's been a long, well, a bit of a, I'd say long road, but it ain't really. We've been going 3 years.
Yeah.
And this kind of was the dream. The dream was the food truck.
Yeah.
But when that started, you dream again, don't you?
Yeah.
I suppose. So this was this was the bigger picture, and we took the jump. We thought, why not? So
You've got to. You don't want to regret. You want to do the things that you set out to do.
yeah, absolutely. Same with the food truck. It's a risk. We probably didn't need to take it. We was doing really well. The food trucks were successful. We had 3. By the time when we got this, we had 3 food trucks, and it was flying. And like I say, we probably didn't really need to do this, but we wanted to do it, and we wanted to create something a little bit. We wanted like a purpose, not just going out and serving food, but we wanted a purpose. So there's various other things that we do here as well. So it's not just the pizza.
So it's like a stable location. But
Yeah.
going back to the day. So when you finished school,
Yeah.
young Paddy. What did young Paddy want to do when he left school?
I just wanted to play football, mate.
Okay.
So it's all I did through school. Just wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
Academically wasn't my strength. I got by. Didn't really. I think I got 1 grade. Really, that wasn't a D. I got a C in French. So academically wasn't very good. Wasn't my strength. Probably for a lack of wanting to be there more than anything.
Yeah.
So left school thinking I want to be a footballer. I went to college. Went to South Notts College on basically a football development course.
Yeah.
Just because it was the easiest thing.
To be like a trainer. You know,
exactly.
level 2 coaches. One. Yeah.
Sports development course.
Yeah.
A BTEC. Yeah. And yeah, so I went on there. But even at college, I lasted 6 months.
Yeah.
But even at college, there was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to be a footballer.
Yeah.
And there was like, you're 16, 17. You're not going to be a footballer. You need a fallback. And I was like, no, I want to be a footballer, mate.
You just all the way through footballer, nothing else.
That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then at 17, dropped out of college, and it was weird, really, how it felt, because I dropped out of college, out of that sports development course, because I was going to be. I actually got a job at hairdressers.
Okay.
Wanted to be a hairdresser.
Okay.
Right.
It's quite fitting as well.
Good
I'm about to
job.
say,
It's a good advert. Yeah. No, the before and after pictures. No, so I dropped out of. I did 1 day in a hair salon.
yeah.
And I went, nah,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to sweep the floors. But then within a couple of months, at the time I was playing for Tamworth, like youth team and reserves.
Are they semi-pro?
So they was in the Vauxhall Conference at the time, when it was called the Vauxhall Conference. So I was at Tamworth, and that was sort of, the college students was like, you're never going to, and I was like, well, I'm already doing all right.
Yeah. Confidence level was quite.
Yeah, that's it. And then the Tamworth manager, before I went was Gary Mills, then he went to Notts County, and then I was doing well at Tamworth, so we went, come and have a trial. So that was it. So I went to Notts County on trial.
Yeah.
And within a few weeks on a 2-year deal. So that was it. So I was like, whoa,
That's your dream.
that's my dream.
You're
made it.
You're in. Yeah.
Problem is, I thought I made it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then within sort of 18 months, 2 years, it was over.
Did you get? Was it? Why did it become over? Was it the complacency? I've made it. Or was it not training hard enough? What was the?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I was young.
Yeah. Okay.
I met my now wife.
Okay.
Took me off the ball,
Okay.
as you do, young, in love.
Yeah,
So yeah, probably didn't want it as much as I thought I did.
Okay.
But probably the best decision I ever made.
And there's.
Here we are now with a wife and 2 kids.
Yeah. And
So yeah, but yeah, that was it. I just wanted to be a footballer. That's all I wanted to do. And like I say, when that ended, it was right, go to work.
was it tragedy when that ended? Like, so when it ended, was it that realization? Like, what am I going to do now?
I didn't really get a chance to, because while I was still under contract,
Yeah.
they told me that my contract wasn't going to be renewed.
Okay.
And while I was still under contract, I went and played Sunday morning football.
Okay.
And had a really bad leg break.
So that's ended the career.
So that was it.
A snap.
That was the only bad.
Done. Okay.
Ended up playing semi-pro football after that and doing the rounds. Didn't enjoy it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Probably by the age of 21, probably fell out of love with football.
Okay. because of all the stuff that's gone off and
I was there, and I can't remember the only time I enjoyed playing football was Sunday mornings.
okay.
It was.
Is it no pressure? Is it not having the pressure of?
It's not even. I don't even think it was that. It was the seriousness. Do you know when you've got like some lads that I'm going to sound a bit rude now. They aren't the best, and they're taking it serious. And it's like 100 miles an hour, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I just want to be with my mates and enjoy. I wanted to enjoy football rather than taking it seriously. So it didn't really. I look back now, and this is all in hindsight, but I thought I was enjoying it. But it's really now when I look back, having not played football for a long time now, and I look back and I think the time when I really enjoyed it was when I was with my real mates.
Okay. When you was having, there was no pressure. It was more of a life. You can go to the pub after, enjoy yourself.
To the pub before if you want.
But yeah, that pre-workout is always a good thing at the pub.
That's it. So, but no, that was always when I had the best time. So, yeah, realised my dreams sort of had to change.
Yeah.
And yeah, just ended up working for my dad for a bit as a builder.
Yeah.
And then just progression of various different jobs.
Yeah.
So there's
Because most young lads that I could imagine losing the contract.
Yeah.
I can imagine that to be a heartbreaking moment and it seems like he's quite positive about it. He's kind of like, I'm at the end of this anyway. I'm not.
Oh yeah, in the
really,
short term, that day when they told me, it was like I've been shot in the heart. Do you know what I mean?
Because what are you going to do now?
Exactly.
What where are you going to go? There's no direction now.
Yeah. So in the short term, but I suppose me breaking my leg made me go over it instantly because
you can't play football.
So that was it. So I was like, all right, let's go to work. Yeah. And I've always wanted to work.
Yeah.
I've always been a grafter, so it wasn't something that I wanted to shy. I was like, right, let's go to work.
Yeah.
So that was it.
And when you say construction, what was so is that early mornings, late night?
Yeah. My dad had his own construction business, groundworks business. So it was like crack of the dawn.
Yeah.
Lifting curbs.
Yeah.
Tarmacking, all that sort of thing. Yeah. So I did that for a few years with him, and then sort of went off and worked for other companies doing the same thing. Yeah.
And you was the biggest stint, from what I've heard, is it nylon? You painted nylon.
Pylons.
Same
mine. Yeah. We've jumped a little bit there.
Yeah.
So before that I was a bus driver.
Okay.
Okay.
Transport. Okay. Yeah. So I thought it was construction.
No. Yeah. So I did construction, and then I found myself out of work.
Yeah.
Got a job on the buses.
Okay.
I was there for 5 years.
Was that like Trent? Did you say Trent Barton or?
No, it was for Nottingham City Transport. So like the number one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Going to East Leet.
Yeah.
Going to East Leet. Wow.
East Leet, Loughborough, Clifton. And then did the university, so Trent University buses.
Yep.
And then sort of, I was young, I was in my mid to early 20s.
Yeah.
Got an opportunity for an interview, Pylon painting.
Okay.
And yeah, just took it.
Yeah.
And that was great.
Yeah.
It was a lot of travelling away.
Okay.
Staying away from the family all week.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2 weeks at a time.
Okay.
Got a wife, got 2 young girls. Yeah. I was like, can't sustain it. Did it for 7 years.
Wow. So that's a long portion of your life.
Yeah. So from the age of 27 till 35 when we started this.
Yeah.
But it was unsustainable with the family.
Yeah.
Obviously it was a great job in terms of being able to support my family and stuff. But yeah, the working away and stuff, it was tough. It was taking a toll on me mentally more than anything.
Okay.
Missing all my daughter's nativity-based birthdays.
Yeah. And you're away.
Yeah, it's getting good. So yeah, that's how we ended up with Working Man's Kitchen.
And how did you, just again going back to the Pylon, did you just see an advert? You think I'm fed up?
No, so
go or friend?
The sort of Pylon world. It's kind of a community.
Yeah.
And there's small communities in different areas of the country in England and someone.
Yep.
Sort of, I can get you a job on the Pylons.
Yeah.
So it was a case of that, really.
Just a word of mouth sort of thing.
Yeah,
And you're like, yeah, I'm ready for a
absolutely, yeah,
change. I want something new.
yeah.
And I bet at the time, was it better pay than a bus driver as well?
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah. We've had that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So then your eyes light up, and you're like, right, I can go and support my family even more. My wife didn't work. She's a full-time carer. My youngest daughter's got autism.
Okay.
So Amy's a full-time carer for Willow. So it was like, right, we need some more money.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was the be all and end all, really. So we did it. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, I was probably the fittest I've ever been.
I'm gonna say, you're not scared of heights.
No, that was.
So you're Alton Towers. You're the champ.
Yeah, that's
the other champ. Alton Towers.
Don't look down. Why not? No, but it was weird, really, because I didn't know whether you liked heights.
Yeah.
You know, like even like on the interview, you climb like this tower. I don't know.
Do you actually climb a tower on the internet?
Yeah, but it's only like it's a small one.
Okay.
And all the riggers, and they tell you how to do it and all this. So you do it, and it's sort of be like, oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
But then after you've done the job for a little while, you don't even realise you're up. Like, okay, do you know when you're working? You don't work in that far off the ground. Do you know what I mean? It makes no difference.
And you don't realise it. It just becomes part of the daily routine.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But getting up there, pour tins of paint on your waist,
Yeah.
and it's there's no like technology involved. It's literally
Just you.
paint belt on,
Really?
paint strapped to you,
Yeah.
paintbrush in your hand,
Yeah.
climb up.
And that's it. Literally,
That's it.
no elevated little
Nothing.
thing that you'd think would be hired.
It is probably the most physical job you can do.
Okay.
Outside of probably the armed forces, mate.
Okay,
It's
really?
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
There's so many of these little jobs that you don't understand that actually happen. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't have a clue.
You should. That was the most commonly said thing. Guess you're not afraid of heights. Didn't even know they painted pylons, but they are a mess.
Yeah.
All the old paint's flaking off. They're going rusty. So basically, you're repairing them.
Yeah.
Basically,
Just making
so
them.
you can stay up.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to paint them than to build another one.
Yeah.
So
And you say, like we're talking about just on the surface level, do you know you say you struggle with your mental health because of that? Is that because obviously you're missing your family?
Yeah.
Or is it because you think that there's more to your life than, there's something else that you've only desire inside of you to do something more?
yeah, maybe.
And you haven't discovered that yet?
Yeah, maybe I felt a little bit. I don't know. I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But potentially, potential being suppressed. Maybe I don't know. I could be absolutely not. But yeah, potentially. I was away from my family.
Okay.
The main. Especially with my youngest.
Yeah.
With the special needs, and my wife was just on her own with her.
Yeah.
So tough. So tough. So yeah, I've probably felt like I was under pressure.
Yeah.
I've had this talk various times.
Yeah.
With various people, but I felt like I was under pressure to perform all the time.
Hey.
Like with work.
Yeah.
In the social group.
Yeah.
With my dad, being a dad, being a husband.
Okay.
Like you're trying to be the best of everything, and it's like with anything. If you try and be the best at 10 things, you're going to be rubbish at all 10.
Yeah.
You got to try and be the best at one thing.
Focus in.
Exactly. And you're juggling everything, and it just probably got a bit too much. And I had 2018 had a little bit of a break time. And yeah, it was tough, but yeah, just came through that with support of friends and family and stuff like that. But yeah, it was tough, mate. And people don't understand that them sort of jobs. It's not easy.
No, I can imagine it's not, especially traveling everywhere and like you say, having to juggle all these plates at one time.
Yeah, that's
doing it all. It's not. Yeah, it's not an easy thing. And then, but bad times often create good stories, unique stories. Yeah. So if you can, like you say, you had that breakdown, and then after that breakdown, did you still work for a couple of years with the with that job? And then
So, but that sort of started something for me because when I did I did like a little. When I sort of opened up about my struggles, my mental health struggles, I did a little video.
Okay.
And then one of the producers at On the Tools.
I was about to say, I'm sure I saw a video a long time ago with that.
Yeah, so one of the producers at On the Tools is a friend of mine.
Okay.
And he saw it and he was like, "We're doing a piece on mental health.
Yeah.
Do you want to come on?"
Yeah.
And that sort of started time being on a little bit of being on the camera and made me think, is more to this. Do you know what I mean? So I did a few things with On the Tools, and sort of started doing more social media sort of things. Loved it. Like, loved being able to put a message out and supporting people. And I like being on camera.
Sorry, I don't mind saying.
No, dude, no. I like it, but I like being. I like interacting. That's the main thing. It's not just being on camera. It's interacting. I love interacting. Love to talk. As you've probably noticed already. So that sort of started driving a little burning hunger inside of, I've got something to say. Do you know what I mean? I've got a message, and I've got something to say, and hopefully someone wants to listen.
It resonates with someone, and that came at the right time, because when that happened, the On the Tools conversation, it kind of, like you say, it unlocked something in your head. So and it made would that instantly make you feel, I'd say, better, but also like there's something else that makes you feel a bit better on this. You've been feeling recently.
I think so. Absolutely. And then because we did them bits with On the Tools, we then ended up doing a few other bits with On the Tools that weren't just about mental health and spreading the word. They did a World Cup production where it was going live during the World Cup in Qatar. Every England game. We did like a live like punditry thing after the game and a review and stuff like that. So I was doing that, and they've got a massive 5 million sort of following on social media.
Was you kind of watching the videos like, oh my God, what are people saying?
But it was cool because like it was actually live, and then we had a screen with like interactions or people messaging and stuff like that. So it was great, and then it sort of like drove me on to sort of have a bit more confidence in myself to say, let's try this. So
and I feel like when you've been vulnerable, like you, again, just to talk about that first clip that got you interested in that sort of the social media sort of camera work, that often, it's almost like getting it off your chest, and then you feel like, right, I can now move forward. I can now I can be who I want to be, the way, because you're kind of vulnerable.
Opening yourself up, and like you say, being vulnerable, being an open book. There's nothing to hide anymore. So people see you, and there's nothing better in the world than authenticity. Like, if you're authentic, then people will
gravitate towards you.
Of course they will, and they'll buy into what you've got to say, and they'll listen to you. And if you've got something good to say, and people will listen, then you can grow.
And you can help more people. But
that's the main thing.
So after the Pylon painting, when did food enter your life?
Food's always been in my life.
Okay.
My mum and dad have always cooked fresh meals. There was never a microwave pinging in the house. You know what I mean? It was always my mum's a great cook, and in here now on a Thursday she makes cheesecakes. So I don't know whether you've seen on the social media all the cheesecakes that we're selling here. I mean, by my mum.
Are they really? So they're homemade, proper.
They're great, and they're unbelievable. I think she needs to quit her job and start doing it herself, because cheesecakes are a joke. But my dad's not a chef, but he's a home cook. His food's good. Like, it's proper.
Is it?
So
do you have little cook-offs?
And I mean, he hasn't won one in a while.
Nah, that's good.
But yeah. So and me and my dad best mates. Like, my dad was the best man at my wedding.
Okay.
And I was his shadow. Do you know, as a kid, I was there. If he was going to football on a Sunday morning, he'd be sneaking out the arse, and I'd be like waking up, running down. Dad, take me with you. And again, if he's in the kitchen cooking, I'm like, what are you doing, Dad? What's this?
Learning.
I was a fussy eater.
Okay.
So I want to eat it. But I was like, what are you doing? And then, so my passion for it, and on a Friday night, we used to have, we used to call it Friday night at the Sneaths, where friends and family had come over, and my dad had cooked a big meal for everyone. It was just like, it was amazing. So you've always had cooking. So food and cooking has always been a part of my life, and then I've always cooked fresh meals.
Okay.
That was the driving factor behind it. And then when I was working away, that's how Working Man's Kitchen was born.
Okay.
It started with, I used, even on my own personal page, I was like, if I cook something, I'd try and take a photo, make it look like Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was going to say, you're not using any kettles and boiling rice. Have you ever seen the videos like of people online where they're using an iron to stay?
None of that.
Okay, so no, so not how to use the kettle or anything.
No. Okay. No, just proper scrap stuff. Yeah, but yeah. So just on my personal page, I used to, and people used to go, you need to I want to buy you food. And,
Yeah.
and it was like little comments, but it was really family saying things like that. And then I set up a page, Working Man's Kitchen, on Instagram. It was just at Working Man's Kitchen.
Yeah.
While I was working away, it started off with going to like restaurants and like stuff while I was working away, and taking photos of what I'm eating and giving it a little mini review or whatever.
Yeah.
And then started cooking for the lads while I was working away, taking a photo. And then one day I just went, I've always wanted a food truck.
Yeah.
And then basically one day I was working in London, September 2021.
Okay.
Working in London.
Yeah.
Hated it. Hated being away.
Yeah.
It was raining.
Yeah.
It had rained for like a month. And on that job, you get paid on price work.
Okay.
So there's no wages.
Yeah.
There's no salary.
Okay.
You get paid per meter of what you've painted.
Okay.
You're on the floor for weeks on end doing little bits and bobs when you can.
Yeah.
There's no money coming in.
No.
I'm working away. I'm sat there thinking, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
September 2021, I just went, just sat in my van on my own. I went, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
So I went on online banking.
Yeah.
I don't mind saying this. I went on online banking. I went, pressed, borrow £10,000.
Wow.
Thinking nothing of it.
Yeah.
Thinking that would just get rejected.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the bank manager's going to go, what is he doing?
It's just got.
Yeah. So, and like I said before, I was the only person in my house earning a wage because my wife's a full-time carer.
Yeah.
Didn't really have any money in the bank.
Did you
have any
your
money?
wife about this as well?
No.
So you just literally went. Wow.
So I just pressed it.
Okay.
And within 5 minutes, I got a notification saying £10,000 has been deposited in you. I was like, oh my God.
If there's
So
any
then I just
motivation.
So I just went, well, I've got to do it now.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yep.
So, but I'd been like looking anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
but I always wanted a caravan. I didn't want a horse box. I didn't want the stereotypical food truck.
Because I want it's expensive. Do you know to buy a Citroen? You know the nice Citroen French ones.
Yeah.
They're like
£10,000.
£10,000 with a engine that don't run anymore. We're not America where we've got UPS vans all over the place. Or this is it the Airstreams?
Yeah.
You can't get them.
They're so expensive. So, but I wanted a caravan. And then the day I did that, Sat in my van did that, I went over to Bruce and Azar, the two lads that I work with, my two best mates.
Yeah.
I went, lads, I've just got 10 grand. You've won 10? I was like, no, I just borrowed 10 grand off the bank. He was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to buy a food truck. He was like, you're a flipping idiot. But then literally I went on eBay, and as I've just said, I wanted a caravan. A caravan went on eBay that day.
Yeah. Okay.
A food truck caravan.
So already converted.
Converted.
Wow.
I was
that's
like,
a dream.
I was like, I've got to flip and buy it.
Yeah.
So I went, it was in Bradford, drove up that weekend to have a look at it. It was on the market for cheap.
Yep.
And I was like, I've got to buy it.
Yeah. That's your dream. You realize
Literally. But it was like it was meant to be. It was like the day I got that money,
Yeah.
that went on
Yeah.
that day. I messaged the guy, I've just had a message straight away. I was like, I'm coming up to buy it now.
Yeah.
So it was like, literally felt like it was meant to be. So I bought the caravan back, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
got to do it. So it was on the drive. A friend of mine, Ashley Scadden, who's he sprays like UVPC windows.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll come and spray it for you. So he painted it.
Yeah.
My cousin did the sign writing. Alex did the sign writing for me. So we got it logoed up, and so that was the end of September. And then I went to a pub in Ruddington
Okay.
called the Red Hart.
Yeah. No, really well.
And Raoul, the landlord, I went, Raoul, just bought a food truck.
Yeah.
Would you fancy me popping up once? Like, just to have a little go?
Yeah.
He was like, I just closed my kitchen. And you come next week.
Literally, this is perfect.
I know.
This is literally
It was like a line.
absolutely perfect.
He was like, I need you next week. I've just closed my kitchen.
That's a dream.
So I was like,
What do I do?
panicking. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, popped up that. So the first ever day we popped up was October the 23rd,
Okay.
2021. 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah. Birthday.
I know, yeah, the best birthday.
Yeah, right.
Second best birthday ever. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So we popped up, we did it, and it was amazing. We did smashed patty burgers, fried chicken, fries.
Yeah.
My passion's pizza.
Okay.
The pizza oven I bought was gas.
Okay.
Couldn't put it in there.
Okay.
So
Was it one of them little Cooney?
yeah, it was a
Uni.
big uni thing.
Yeah, that's all.
Couldn't have it in my food truck because of regulations and stuff.
Okay.
So I was like, so we did the other stuff first.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was sort of, and then about 2 weeks later,
Yep.
I went to go and watch Forest with my daughter, and we went in the Trent Nav before the game, and we couldn't get any food.
Okay.
Or if we could, I didn't know how. I was like, it was really busy.
It's a really busy place.
Yeah.
Forest games on game round here. But yeah, so absolutely.
Shout out Trent Nav as well, and Tom Holodinsky, legend. We'll come to Tom in a minute. So basically, I just thought in my head, I was like, I wonder whether I'll be able to run a food truck here on a match day. So a friend of mine, knows Tom, the guy, the owner of Trent Nav, and I was like, put me in touch with him. I'm going to see if I can get there on a match day. So I messaged him, and he was like, sorry mate, we've just opened the fan zone. We've just started going to the fan zone at Forest. We've got a caterer.
Yeah.
If we need anything in the future, it says we don't need anything on a match day at Trent Nav because of the Forest.
Yeah.
But if anything pops up in the future, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, on a Thursday, I got a message. I know it's short notice. Someone's dropped out the fan zone at Forest.
Okay.
Can you do Saturday?
What a dream.
I was
Fan
like,
zone at Forest, your team as well.
exactly. I was like, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So we did it, and then yeah. So that basically, like, within sort of opening the food truck, within 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Was it the City Ground?
That's seeing all the fun, all the fans coming in to buy your stuff. They know you as well. A lot of people would know of you. Well, your social, your mates.
But even then, my social media, I think I didn't even have 1,000. Like it wasn't even 1,000 followers on there. It was brand new, really.
Wow.
Like we'd literally only just started trading. Yeah, and then we was at Forest, and then we did the smash patty burgers, the fried chicken and stuff. And then we moved. I wanted to do pizza, like I said, so we did pizza for a game. Yeah, but doing I don't know if you've seen my oven over there. And the ovens that are now in my food truck, the oven that I started with was not that. Okay. It was like 200 quid. Yet. It was double stacked. We could do 2 pizza at a time. Each pizza would take 8 minutes. Yeah. You got a 3-hour window to serve X amount of people.
Yeah. That wouldn't quickly.
It was so slow.
Imagine.
It was
very
so
stressful
slow.
as well.
It was stressful. We stood there waiting for the pizzas to cook. It was a nightmare. So then the next game, we did hot dogs. Okay. We did a game of hot dogs. Yeah. And it was easy, but it was like, all I'm doing is heating up a hot dog. Okay. It's not me. Yeah. We wanted to do proper food. We wanted to do pizza. So we had, on the pizza menu at the time was a pizza called the New Yorker. When I was doing like pub pop-ups. Yeah. I was doing something called a New Yorker where it was sliced up frankfurters. Okay. Pickles and mustard. Yeah. And Amy went, my wife, she went, why don't you put the hot dog on the pizza long ways? Yep. Put them in the oven, and then you can do like 3 at a time. So a double stack, you can do 6 at a time. Yeah. So we had a Notts County event coming up, and it's funny, really. I didn't even realize we did a Notts County event, and I saw a picture of it the other day, and we just had hot dog pizza, £6. Yeah. So we gave it a trial on that game. We sold 2 because it was at Pylon Centre. No one came. Okay. So we sold 2. Yeah. But the 2 people that we sold it to loved it.
That's the feedback you need.
That was the feedback.
Yeah.
So it was like,
you're on to
the Forest there. Yeah. So the next match, we went to the fan zone again. Yeah. And we was like, we can't call it hot dog pizza. Yeah. So I went, we'll call it pizza dog. Yep. So that's where the pizza was born.
Born was a pizza dog.
Yeah. We did it for one game at Forest. Yeah. And the first game that we did it, someone sent a picture of it to Footy's-Gran on Twitter. Okay. And then my life changed.
And then
Genuinely, my life changed. Wow. It was mad.
So did someone you know, or just a random person that bought it?
Fan.
Wow.
Just a Forest fan. Just sent it. And my phone blew up.
Did it?
It got 3.8 million views, 4 million views.
That's a huge number.
Mental.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going off here? Yeah. My phone was going mad. I woke up one morning and I left the notifications on. It was thousands.
Okay. I was like, what? Was that overnight? Like everything just, again, another.
Just went mad. Yeah. And then the guy at Footy's-Gran just sent me a little message. It was like, a few weeks later, was like, we're doing an event in London. Yeah. No, this was the following season, but it was like, The pizza dog was like towards the end of that season. And then the following season, 40 Grand were doing an event for Now TV.
Okay. Yeah.
Vinegar Yard in London.
Okay.
Where
So big deal.
basically, big deal for Now TV and Sky Sports, and they was opening up the Premier League season on a Friday night, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
And they had like Jamie O'Hara and Chunks and that presenting it.
Wow.
And it was a big deal. And he was like, "Can you come down and do the pizza dog?"
Yeah.
So it was like, obviously, of course.
Wow. What an opportunity. What an opportunity.
Yeah, crazy. Like I was like buzzing. I was like, so we went down and we did that, and then off the back of that, there's a social media page called Gold Global. It's like the biggest football social media out there.
Okay.
I think they have like 3 billion yearly views.
Yeah.
Wow. They got in touch with me and said, "Oh, we've seen your pizza dog. We're doing a show for Amazon Prime called Football's Finest Food.
Okay.
Would like to be in it." So I was like, "Yeah, like we'll be in it." And then we went. Each episode of it was a head-to-head against another team.
Yeah.
Went head-to-head against Manchester United.
Okay.
And the pizza dog won.
Yeah.
So, and that was amazing. That went on 2022 Boxing Day.
Okay.
Went on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So you're watching Amazon Prime with your family going,
Crazy.
I'm there now, like a year's difference.
Yeah,
September 2021.
Yeah.
A year, literally.
And it was a whirlwind. Like it was just snowballing. It was snowballing, and it just went mad. And then obviously Forest were like, "Yeah, can you sell these in the kiosks?"
Yeah.
It was making them, selling them in the Trent End.
Yeah.
And it was just, and that's when Forest started selling the Trent End. Have you seen the Pizza Dog TM as a trademark?
Yes. Yeah.
We needed to protect it. We purely trademarked it, so Forest couldn't take it.
Yeah.
That was it, really, because I thought, me being sole trader, small business, Forest could one day go, "Look, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
We're not going to do pizza dog anymore." Then I'll go to a game.
And you're the pizza dog.
Pizza in the ground. So,
But not just that, there's other people as well out there would want to ride that wave almost.
again, and like, so we were just protecting ourselves.
Wow.
So we trademarked it.
Yeah.
And we.
How hard is it to trademark a food product?
It's quite a simple process.
Is it?
Really? Yeah. You apply for a trademark.
Okay.
It's not cheap.
No.
But you apply for a trademark. It goes on an open board thing, and if anyone wants to challenge it or something like that, they need to accept it first, because if there's something else called Pizza Dog, or then they can't.
Okay.
So they check it, they pass it, and then it goes on like an open board for 3 months. And if anyone wants to challenge it, if anyone disputes your trademark, they've got 3 months to do so. So it was like a nervous waiting time for them, 3 months, and then you basically get an email saying certification of a trademark.
So when you say challenge it, does that mean like Forest could turn around? I know they're not going to, but could they turn around and say,
It'd be someone that's already using something similar,
okay,
if you like.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of,
so somebody got like,
they could be. So for example, there's a Marvel character, called, I think it's called Lucky the Pizza Dog.
so it goes that deep, even into films.
So
Wow, even character names.
So mine's categorized for food, and like different, like you can choose different categories that your trademark falls under.
Yeah.
So fortunately, we got it passed through the categories that we needed to get it through. So so that was trademarking. So we protected that. But sort of we've bypassed a lot there. So we opened the hatch for the first time on the 23rd of October 21, and I quit my job in January 22, the 12th of Jan 22. So within sort of 3 months, less than,
It changed your literally direction completely where you're going.
Yeah, that was it. I could quit my job. I didn't have to work away anymore.
How did that feel?
The best feeling I've
Just
ever
what
felt.
the day you woke up, you are self-employed. You are living your dream. Life's just completely switched. You know, all the stuff you've been through.
Because straight away people were like, "Don't quit your job." The amount of people that, but obviously it's a natural thing to do. People have your best interests at heart, and they don't want you to fail and then have to find another job and stuff like that. So there was naturally, and even when I handed my notice in at work, there was guys there saying, "You'll be back." Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I won't. Believe me, I won't." But it was like, I might sound a little bit deep now, but plan B was plan A.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Go again.
Yeah.
So there was never an option of it not working.
No.
So
I feel like when you've got your own projects, like you're creating your own food empire in a way, like literally all of it, your pizza and stuff. You've got a direction.
Yeah.
And I think when you're working in a job, you're kind of just working in that job. You're kind of an autopilot. You know, I need to do this to get through the day, to go home, or to do this or whatever. But when you've got your passion, that's when you start hearing these videos of, oh, you're working 24 hours a day. Well, you're not 24 hours, but you're working a lot more. You're working towards something.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it's for you,
yeah.
you are going to chase that like you've never chased anything in your life.
Yeah.
Because you're passionate.
Well, yeah, but you also want to give a product. So Saturdays, for example, Saturdays for about a 19-hour day for me, right?
Okay.
And I don't post about anything like that. That's my sort of business. But the reason that long is because I want to do a great product.
Yeah.
And like I'd feel guilty if someone had a product that isn't very good, but I could have worked hard.
Yes.
Like there's no excuse. So if I want to do a good product, which is the most important thing about my business, is the product.
Yep.
Because it's all right coming because you've seen it on social media, but you come and you have it and you don't like it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a good product. So it's not going to be a good product if I don't put all of my time into it. And I'm only going to put the time into it if it's mine.
Yes.
Like you can never, ever, without doing it for yourself, you can never understand how important it is and how much passion you have for your thing.
Yeah.
Like this, it's got to be the best, like you with your podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you want it to be a success, so you're going to do everything you can to make it a success. So whether that means working X amount of hours, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because you want the product to be as good as possible. And then if it's not as good as possible, why? Because I didn't work hard enough. So it's your own fault. So do as much as you can to make it as good as you can.
Yeah. And so when we're looking at the pizza dog and the food truck, when did that move on? So you've got all this this Amazon Prime, you've quit your job, you're still in the food truck, I'm guessing, at that time. Yeah. So you're still in the food truck. So how do you know, what am I going to do next?
Everything, to be fair, right, we've been really lucky. Everything's been organic. So I've never done a paid post on social media. I've never emailed a marketing place. Never emailed a social media company or a newspaper or anything like that. Everything's been organic. And same with the food truck, is all the work that we've got has been people coming to us. Can you do this event? Can you do that event? We was doing weddings. We did a lot of hen do's, which were amazing. But I was like, they were great. Not just because of that. No, they were great.
Yeah.
I'm always about energy. And do you know when you do like things like hen do's, the atmosphere's amazing. Yeah. They're having a good time. So then I have a good time. So then I love my job. Yeah. So it's all about that. So it was getting a good event, good little venues like that. It was the same place every time, doing different like groups of hens. Yeah. And weddings, and with a food truck, you're lucky really, because all the events that you do, number one, 9 times out of 10, people are there having a good time. Yeah. And people want you there. Yeah. It's like, so you're gonna have a good time. So yeah, we was doing various events, and the events kind of got bigger and bigger. Yeah. We linked up with the Nottingham Hockey Centre in Beeston. And we did the European Masters Hockey European Championships. Yeah. Which was massive. It was a 10-day event. We was the only vendor there. Wow. It was massive. And it was great for us. We met loads of new people. And I'd say social media started growing then. Yep. That was 2023. And we built a great relationship with the guys at the Hockey Centre. Yeah. And then we did quite a lot of events there. Last year, in 2024, we did the Touch Rugby World Cup. Okay. So that was held in Nottingham. Yeah. I think there was, off the top of my head, 42 different countries. And you're meeting various people from different countries. So we was, like I say, we grew, we started doing bigger events, better events, still doing like the pub car parks.
Was you still in the Ruddington? Or
Yeah.
And at Forest.
So in Ruddington, what happened was Red Heart. Yeah. We closed down. He went to the Red Lions.
Yep.
I'm still doing that. We was popping up in Kiwa from time to time. We was popping up at the Bottle Top in Runnington. It's a little coffee shop in the day.
Okay.
And then at night, it's like a bar.
Okay.
Great little spot. Amazing little spot. So we was doing that.
Yeah.
Was going everywhere. Anywhere that we was wanted, we was going.
Yeah.
I find it hard to say no.
Yeah.
So we was going here, there and everywhere. And we was just staying busy.
Yeah.
And then with, as I said earlier, my daughter's got special needs.
Yeah.
She's autistic.
Okay.
She goes to a SEND school.
Yeah.
So we was doing little bits and bobs with her. We did the prom. We've done the last 3 proms for the school leavers, which have been amazing. And that sort of inspired us to then do a few little workshops at the school.
Yeah.
And that inspired us again to then decide to get our own bricks and mortar.
Okay.
Where we can bring people towards.
So you can host events in your own safe space.
Exactly that. Okay. Exactly that. So we've still got a few hurdles to jump and things to do till we're ready. But the dream is not just to have the pizzeria at the weekends, which we're going to open it up to, we're going to be doing workshops.
Yeah.
We're going to open up workshops in here.
Yeah.
For the SEND community.
Okay.
But we also do SEND Sundays.
Okay.
So every Sunday, we only take bookings from SEND families.
Okay. Is that the whole Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday is SEND Sunday.
Yeah.
We have walk-ins, so you can come and come and get food. No, but we only take bookings from SEND families. We want to save, like I said, safe space for special needs families.
Yeah.
Where they can go, eat food in a safe space.
Yeah.
With zero judgment.
Okay.
And everyone that's in here knows the situation. But also, we just had a girl start yesterday volunteering from the SEND community, where she's going to do an hour on Sundays. So we want to also create opportunities for people that probably would not necessarily been afforded the opportunity elsewhere. So that's sort of when we talk about it was my dream and stuff, it's become more of a purpose now.
Yeah. And do you think other restaurants around the country could do more for special needs?
Absolutely.
Would you say it?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But it's no one's fault really, because the lack of knowledge and education around special needs, autism, is huge. Like there's not enough knowledge about it. So people are ignorant to it. I was probably ignorant to it once upon a time.
Yeah.
So yeah, people could do more, but hopefully we can inspire other businesses to go, do you know what? We can do that.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does it cost you? Do you know what I mean? It costs you absolutely nothing
Yeah.
to be able to go, right, on Sundays, the SEND community are welcome.
Yeah.
Because I know from personal experience, and going out to a restaurant with my daughter is tough.
Okay.
It's tough because she ain't going to sit there
Okay.
in silence.
Yes.
And eat fish and chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's going to be making noises. She's going to be running around. She's going to be doing things that maybe the restaurant owner might not want.
Okay.
Or there's other people in there and they're going, pointing and it's not easy. And so you stop going.
Yeah. And that's why that creates a hard,
It's
hard
tough.
for you to go.
So tough. So we stopped. Me and the wife, we stopped going. It's like we can't take Willow.
Yeah.
For some food. So we stopped. So then when we decided to get our own bricks and mortar, my wife was like, let's create somewhere that we want to go.
Yes. Somewhere that you'd be able to take Willow.
Exactly.
If this wasn't your place, you know, where you'd be excited to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So we decided to create SEND Sundays, and so far they've been good. We don't get many bookings, and I can do with that. Like it's one day.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be rammed. You can have as long as even one family feels safe enough to come on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That they can come and they can just relax and that no one cares. Yeah. Like they can just enjoy themselves, and their child can be their child. They can do whatever they want. They can run around in here if they want.
How amazing is that?
It's safe outside.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
How amazing is that?
Look at the wall. It's got writing all over it. You can write on the wall if you want. We've got little pads.
Yeah.
Like just come and be yourself and just relax and have a good time. And if we can help you at all while we're here, we'll help you.
Paddy, that is honestly awesome, because not, like I say, even from thinking my own like experience. I never thought of it like that because you're not educated to think like that. So to be honest, so if I can see it from when you're in a restaurant or something like that, and there is a special needs person who can't sit still and can't do that. Everyone's looking, and then the parents will feel a bit, and then if there's other kids as well, they might understand it, but they still feel a bit edgy about it. So, and you created this safe space that you could just come and be yourself. You know, you can run around if you want to run around.
Judgment.
That, I think, I really do genuinely think more stuff needs to be done in restaurants around that. For people to be more understandable. 100%.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And like I say, if we can inspire other companies, I don't just want to be like, no, but that's us.
No.
If everyone done it, even better, because we need inclusion and we need education and stuff. So hopefully we can inspire other companies. So we'll shout out, if you're a restaurant owner or if you're a local business, create a safe space, man, because it helps. It helps, even if it helps one or two people, it helps, man. So that's it.
And going back to the how you built your business, how you built your business today in the working man's kitchen. Do you think it's so? A lot of social media right now is fake. There's a lot of fake stuff going around that is quite, AI this, that, AI deep fake, blah blah blah. There's so much of it. You're such an authentic person where you'll give time to people. You'll tell people your honest opinions. You'll do the best work you possibly can. Do you think that helps you, because you're the authentic person behind it? People love authenticity. Like you said.
I just think
You are you.
And
that's what
you like me or you don't. It is what it is. Fortunately, people like what we do. So I just think, be authentic. And like, it's so simple in life. To be all right. Just be sound. Like, and that's like I said earlier, when I open the hatch, I come alive. Like, I love interacting with people. So sort of, I never ever wanted to be the food truck where someone would come, serve next person around.
Gutless.
So with the authenticity, I just wanted to be myself all the time, and I will, even if it means that the person behind you has got to wait another 30 seconds because I'm having a little interaction. I'll do it. Like, we'll do that. And I think that's why that's part of our success. I think that's why we did so well at Forest, because we created a relationship with every single Forest fan that came to the food truck. There's a 5-year-old there. What do you think the score's going to be?
Okay.
Who's your favourite player?
But
it's so easy to do that. It doesn't cost me anything. It costs me nothing. Like, just, it's so easy.
It sells. I mean, you think of something like Goose Fair. You got 20 burger vans. They're all selling the same burger. They don't have a chat with you. You go in there to buy because you're hungry. But do you know, if you saw Paddy and the working man's kitchen in the food truck, your face would light up because there's an interaction there. There's something there, and the food's amazing. The person, it feels like you're cared about as a person, and you're so authentic with it. So that I think that sells.
But that's just naturally who I am. That parents have brought me up like that. Hopefully, I'm bringing my children up like that. But it's so easy just to have an interaction. If you can make someone's day by speaking to them or something like that, then the next time they come, they're gonna want to come over. Like you said before, someone said to me before, why do you think that you did so well when you started? And like, there's thousands of pizza trucks. People come once for the pizza. Or with any other business, they come once for the product. They come back for the person. So be a good person, and then people will come back, and it's like, that's it. It's the most important thing. And as you can see, like the restaurant, the pizzeria, we made it open. It's an open kitchen. Because I wanted it to mimic the hatch. So the worst thing I could have done is made a kitchen that you can't see in. And you just sit here and your pizza comes out. I bring your pizza out. Like, if that's just how we are. We want that relationship. And every night while we're serving, while I'm working, I'm talking to my customers. And they're not my customers. In 30 years' time, I want to be that bloke who's nearly 70. Sat at the end of the bar with a glass of wine in my own spot. That knows everyone that comes here. He's been coming here for 30 years and they know me. So, like, I don't want to get any bigger. I just want this to stay nice now and be able to just have a great relationship with everyone that comes in it.
It's so personable. It's so like in a world that's like,
I think it's
phones and everyone's zombieing in a way where they kind of like, listen, they're walking into you.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that personable touch in a lot of restaurants. You go there, you try something, you don't see anyone, you get served by a server, but to have someone chatting that cares about what they do, you can clearly see that. I think that's just so authentic. It really is.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
a couple of our non-negotiables are customer service and the product.
Yeah.
They're right every time.
Yeah.
There might be a couple of mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
But the product will be good every time. And every time you come in, you're going to come into a smiley face.
Yeah.
They're the non-negotiables.
Yeah.
There will never be any time where we don't have time to talk to someone. Even if we're at the busiest on a Thursday. Thursday's a money, half price pizza.
Yeah.
That's mad. But we'll talk to everyone. There's always time.
So when you've got 20 orders on and I come up to the counter and I'm like, Paddy, and asking you about Forest, and you're like, fluffy pizzas. That's amazing.
We've got time.
That's amazing.
There's always time for people, and the problem with probably society now is people forget that.
Yeah.
People don't have time for people. Everyone's in a rush. So slow down, take time. It's all right to come in.
And then, yeah. And
It's not going to go anywhere. You go to Spain, you go to Greece.
Yeah.
I love both Spain and Greece. You go there, you sit down, and everyone's just relaxed.
Yeah.
And everyone's happier than they are here because they're just taking the time. Everyone's a glass of wine or a little bottle of beer.
Yeah.
Just take your time.
I feel like sometimes people are in a rush to go to it, but they never really get anywhere.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes, people are in a rush going nowhere.
Yeah. Actually. And one other thing I just wanted to ask, if that's all right, is so setting up a business.
Yes.
How hard is it to set up a business? Did you have knowledge? Did you have to get?
No, listen, mate. I didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
Still don't.
Okay.
So you've asked the wrong person.
So is it winging it as we
Just
go?
wing it, mate. Just look. If you've got a passion for something, the business will create itself.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's avenues you have to go down with governmental stuff and procedures and legalities and stuff like that, which are step-by-step guides online.
Yeah.
They're online.
Yeah.
Obviously, setting up as a sole trader and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say get an accountant.
Yeah.
And follow the government step-by-step things. It's that simple. But in terms of actually creating a business, be passionate.
Okay.
That's it, really. Like, just find something that you like, turn a hobby into your job, because then it's not a job. Like, if you can earn money from doing something that you love, you'd never go to. It's an old cliche. You'll never go to work in your life if you love what you do, but it's true. Like, and if you really love it, it'll be successful. And plan B is plan A. Again, just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. That's what I said to myself. People are like, if it don't work, what are you going to do? I'm going to go, I'll try again.
Yeah.
I'll try again. I mentioned before off here, we did banging breakfast, where we was delivering breakfast on the Sunday morning.
This was before, obviously,
Before Working Man's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Banging breakfast. Yeah. We did muffin top. We tried different things. And it wasn't until really I found my passion that it became a true success, if you like.
And I think people nowadays are scared to try things. Do you think they are?
Yeah.
Because your friends might go, oh, what to doing that for? What to do? Because they don't understand that you have to put yourself out there to do things.
Without a doubt, people are afraid to put themselves out there because maybe self-consciousness. People are afraid of what their mates might say and stuff like that. But who cares, man? Who cares? Someone laughs at you. I've done videos before. My mates have said, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Or I've put something, like, dressed in something. They're like, "What are you wearing?" So what? I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just put yourself out there. Be comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there. The biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. That is the be all and end all. Take the risk. I've got a little. It's kind of something that I lived by at the very beginning. It was like a little phrase, and I've said this a few times, right? I'm sure I've seen this somewhere. Can't find it for life.
Okay.
And it's like a little analogy, right? And it's a little bit deep.
Go for it.
It was, and I don't know it word for word, so I'm just going to be, but it was describing, if you was to put your toe in a swimming pool still, right?
Yep.
You put your toe in it,
Yeah.
you create a little ripple, and it'll take forever to go back to the other side of the pool.
Yep.
And it'll never come back. If you dive in the pool, it'll create a big wave in the other side of the pool, and it'll come straight back. And it's such a little simple thing, but everything in the world's waves in it, air waves, radio waves, tidal waves, everything, right? You create that little wave. You've got your own little wave. Create that wave. Jump in 2 feet.
Yep.
The bigger wave you create, the quicker it's going to come back to you. And that's so simple. And yeah, take a risk, create a wave, and yeah, you'll be successful.
And go for it.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. And for anyone listening to this now,
Yeah.
just as like some closing remarks, this sort of thing, there might be a young person out there, or there might be a person that's in a job they hate, you know, all different walks of life.
Yeah.
What would you say to them if they was thinking about doing something? And I know we've kind of touched upon it just there, but what would you say to them if they might watch this and go, he's done it.
Yeah.
You know, he was in a place where you've come back from feeling, you know, pretty rubbish, you know, to actually switching your life around to you absolutely loving everything you do. What would you give? What tips? What would you say to somebody like that?
I would say find something you love, whether it's golf, whether it's baking, whether it's football, whether it's anything in the world. Find something you love. Make money from it. Like, literally, if you're not very good at that sport, I love golf, I'm rubbish at it.
Okay.
If I wanted to make a career out of golf, I'd start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
If I loved baking, I'd start selling my bakery goods. You never know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you do, if you love something, find a way to make that your job. You don't have to be in something to become a millionaire. I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm not bothered. As long as I've got enough money to pay my bills, and do something, I don't know. You don't need lots of money, so don't be driven by money.
Okay.
Find something you love.
Yep.
Enjoy it.
Yep.
Make a career out of it.
Yep.
And then if you're good at it, the money will come back.
Okay.
Do you know what? That's wrong. It's not even if you're good at it, if you love it.
Okay.
Because you don't have to be great at something to make it a career. You just need to love it.
Yeah.
That'd be my advice. Find something you love and use that.
Nice one. Well, thank you so much for your time.
No, mate,
It's been awesome. Great conversation. And what people to come down to Working Man's Kitchen, give us some info. How do we get here?
So we are Unit 9,
Yeah.
Avenue A, Sneinton Market Avenues. We are just across the road from the Ice Arena.
Okay.
We are open Thursdays and Fridays 4 till 10.
Okay.
Saturdays 12 till 10. Sundays 12 till 5. If you are from the Sen community, Sundays, we are Sen Sundays.
Yeah.
So we only take bookings from the Sen community. We do walk-ins on Sundays. So if you're not from the Sen community, you can still come down.
Okay.
But all tables and bookings are reserved for Sen.
Okay.
Yeah, come down. Social media is at Working Man's Kitchen.
Yep.
So if you want to follow us on Facebook and Instagram,
Okay.
head on there. Any messages, anything you want to say, just drop us a message. We reply to everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where we are.
Paddy, thank you so much, mate.
Cheers,
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.